If you're doing print on demand as a business, I already know you don't want to waste a bunch of time working on a strategy that's not going to end up making you a bunch of sales. So in this video, I'm talking all about whether you should be focusing most of your energy on evergreen designs or trends for your print on demand business. There are a ton of differing opinions on this, but this is the strategy that I use that has served me super well. If you're on a print on demand platform like Etsy or Redbubble or even one of the higher tiers on Merch by Amazon, this is definitely the strategy and approach that I would take to focusing my energy in making new designs. If you are in one of the lower tiers on Amazon Merch, my approach changes just a little bit, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video to hear what I would suggest if you are trying to get out of those lower tiers. I'm Hannah, and on this channel, I talk about all things making passive income in print on demand, so if that is something that you're interested in, I would love it if you'd subscribe down below and stick around for more videos. When it comes to creating designs for print on demand, the terms evergreen and trend are thrown around a ton. But first of all, if you don't know already, you need to know what an evergreen design even is. Evergreen design just means something that is going to sell all year long, regardless of holidays or events that are happening. Like an evergreen tree, it's never going to lose its leaves. It's green all year long, so you could make a sale in June or a sale in December. It doesn't matter. As opposed to a trend, which is something that is only happening in the here and now, that could be a trend for a week or a month or even a few months, but it's not going to sell for forever. A lot of times we see trends pop up around election cycles with candidates that are happening right in the moment, or something pops up on someplace like TikTok and it becomes a huge pop culture moment. New movies and shows come out and those have trends associated with them. Trends are things that are going to sell in the here and now, but probably won't be selling a few years into the future. In addition to trends and evergreens, there's also one more category that I want to introduce, and that is the holiday category. This holiday category has elements of both evergreen designs and trending designs. Because while a Christmas shirt is probably not going to have the opportunity to sell 365 days a year, Christmas comes every single year at the same time. So I think it's important for print on demand sellers to also have a bunch of holiday designs in their portfolio. And this doesn't just mean designs for Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween, all those big holidays. This also could be anything like an awareness month or a national day. So there are tons of holidays sprinkled throughout the year. Pretty much every day of the year has some type of holiday or event associated with it. That is the third category I want to introduce. You have evergreen designs, trending designs, and holiday designs. The strategy that has worked super well for me in my own print on demand business is to have a combination of all of these different types of designs in my accounts and design portfolios. But the amount of attention and time you should be spending on each of these categories really differs for me. What has worked super well in my business thus far is to put about 50% of my efforts and attention into creating designs that are evergreen. These designs that I'm going to make once, and hopefully they will continue to sell every single year. Evergreen designs can be things like hobbies. So if someone is interested in fishing or bowling or dancing, they can also be designs like creating something for a specific job or career. Teacher shirts are a great example of an evergreen design, or nursing shirts even. Also, any shirt that you make for a parent doesn't necessarily have to be tied to a certain time of year. Shirts for moms could sell anytime throughout the year. Shirts about certain animals or pets, those are all evergreen designs. Even shirts that just have snarky text phrases on them, those are not really associated with any specific holiday or genre. Those could just be sold any time of year, regardless of the season. After creating about 50% of the designs I'm working on in evergreen niches, I make about 35% of my efforts and designs in holiday niches. While we're around the holiday season right now, this 35% of my effort is probably going to be focused around things like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. But as the year progresses, I'm also going to be focusing on things like Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, and a lot of those smaller awareness days and national days that occur every single day and month. And lastly, I spend about 15% of my efforts and dedicate about 15% of my designs to more trendy and in the moment things that are selling well right now. Jumping onto a new trend that starts selling super well for you is one of the most exciting parts of print on demand. A lot of times you'll see something first, decide to put it on a shirt, and before you know it, you're selling hundreds of one item every single day for a short period of time. But I don't think this is a sustainable way to build a long-term print on demand business. If that is what you want to do, I definitely think that it is in your best interest to not put all of your eggs in the trend basket. Because while you might find that you are making several $1,000s this month because you had a few trending shirts take off, in 4 months, if you haven't really jumped on a new trend, then all that income is going to be lost because people aren't really interested in that thing anymore. But if you can continually build out your portfolio with these evergreen and holiday designs that might not get hundreds of sales every single day all of a sudden, they are going to make you consistent sales that you're going to be able to build on and count on in the future. So if you're continually building up your evergreen portfolio, your income that you make is only going to increase every single month as you add more designs. However, I don't think that you should just skip out on trends completely. If you do see something that you think is going to sell super well, even if it is just in the moment, it does not hurt at all to at least get a few designs with that trend on them so that you could capitalize on maybe having a shirt just blow up out of nowhere. If a trend idea just strikes you, do not miss out on the opportunity to make some sales from that. But I would not be spending hours and hours of my time researching trending designs that are maybe only going to make me sales this month if they even catch on. This 50-35-15 method has really worked super well for me. A lot of times this is actually how I will structure my research in my upload process. I'll spend about 50% of my time on evergreen designs, about 35% on upcoming holidays, and 15% on maybe some trends that I found as I'm researching. But sometimes this just balances out as you go. One day you might find that you just want to create all Christmas designs, so you spend 100% of your effort working on that. Throughout the year, I think that you should find that your designs balance out to be about 50% evergreen, 35% holidays, and 15% trends. Same goes with trends. There are some days when I find that I have struck something that I think is going to sell super well, even though it is a trend, and I will spend all of my efforts just getting a ton of designs uploaded for that one trend. But at the end of the day, I don't think that you should be spending every single day just working on one of these things. If you are in Merch by Amazon and you're stuck in tier 10 or tier 25, my advice to you would change just slightly. There are a lot of Amazon merch gurus who are going to tell you you should only be focusing on finding trends that are going to sell all of a sudden super fast for you. But I think you should have elements from all three of these categories, even if you only have 10 design slots that you're able to upload to. I would be creating about a third of my designs in low competition niches that still could make sales, about a third of my designs for holidays that are upcoming. So if you only have 10 slots, you want to be thinking about the holiday that is coming up next, not a holiday that is going to be in June if you're designing in November or December. And then I would spend that last third of my time looking for things that are super trendy. You have so few design slots. When you have more opportunities to upload, I really wouldn't go above 15 or 20%, but if you are in those lower tiers, you do want something that's really just going to take off. So it doesn't hurt to spend more than 30% of your efforts looking for trending designs that are going to make you some quick sales, even if you don't care that those designs probably won't sell in the future. Maybe you're like, this strategy sounds great, but honestly, I don't even know where to begin looking for evergreen niches, holiday niches, or trending niches in the first place. I have a few resources that I want to share with you that is definitely going to make this process of finding niches that sell a lot easier. The first resource that I definitely think you guys should be taking advantage of is this newsletter that I've created specifically for you that I am going to share every single week 5 evergreen and trending niches that I think you should be targeting. I put a lot of thought and research into these, and all of them I think are going to do super well. So if you are not subscribed yet to my newsletter, definitely make sure you are subscribed to that to get 5 niches you should be targeting this week in your inbox. The next resource that I use literally every single day to find evergreen niches, holiday niches, and trending niches is a tool like Merch Informer. This is my favorite way to research and actually utilize my time super well in finding designs that are going to get me sales. I found about 90% of the niches that sell super well for me using Merch Informer. So I'm actually going to link this video next where I'm explaining exactly how to use a tool like Merch Informer to research and find niches that are going to make you money time and time again. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.